So what would you like to see change in Warzone over the next sort of 6 months? Where would you like to see it go?
Yeah, this is a really hard question because I personally would love to see a new map. Like and not just, they added this new map. I didn't even consider that a new map. Like it's kind of a fun,
Yeah.
different mode to me. And it definitely was a more intensive small mode that they created, the Rebirth Island,
Yeah.
right? Like it was a cool mode for sure. And I've enjoyed it. I know a lot of people have really enjoyed it, especially how even more quick it is and more fast paced and everything.
Yeah.
But the hard thing that comes around when you're talking about new maps is what has happened in previous games. PUBG introducing a new map, having both of them available. You're going to the new map, or you're random queuing in. You're going to randomly get the new map. Okay, well, you get the new map, and then, or you get the old map. Everybody backs out of the game. The game won't even start. And so now there's this it's just a logistics problem in a lot of ways, as well as even if the map is free, it just creates such a huge divide in the community of people that like the OG map and the people who like the new map. And it just becomes a very difficult thing. But I've always
you have
really
Fortnite where people feel kind of disenfranchised with the current state of the map. And kind of want it back to where it once it used to be.
Keep on doing even the new changes to the map is still technically a new map at the end of the day when you don't have tilted towers to drop anymore. And like that's I see everybody always talking about, are they bringing tilted towers back? Like that's the title of all the biggest videos. Yeah. And they're going to do that at some point. They got to do that like in the next year or two. As the numbers keep on tailing down, I think they're going to
of course,
pump that back and everybody's coming back to play it for a day. But I don't know. That's kind of just like keeping it fresh. But I think for the people that are still around, that are still playing the game, you need those updates. Even if it's not going to please everybody in terms of like, I like the OG map. I would be playing this game still if it was the regular map. Maybe you wouldn't actually, it's like, would you really? I mean, I get a lot of comments too of like, oh, you should go play this, you should go do that or whatever. And then I go do it and the analytics all drop on it and like nobody actually watches it or it doesn't do as well. So it's like, you got to keep in mind what people say as well as what they actually do at the end of the day. And I think that's something that it's a really hard thing to balance out, especially because people can be vocal about it, but I can only say and that's one of the reasons I'm happy I'm at least not in the devs position of having to figure all this stuff out in the first place. But it's like, as a player, what I would personally prefer is just like going to a new map, because especially playing it for so long, having that option to play on a new map and to experience new things, and like it just refreshes the game. One of the things that I think is really interesting of what they did with this though is that they made it so the update in the Cold War, they kind of refreshed the game without making a new map. They refreshed the game by making a new meta, by creating 30 new guns in the game and a chance for you to explore all of these new guns and all these new potential, opportunities. And so it really is like a change to the game without actually changing the map. And it's something we have never seen done in terms of how other battle royales have done it. And I think it's been a genius way to approach it. But that kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, you got to balance out the guns and actually make that a thing to do. Because if you're only going to the DMR and there's literally now only one option of all of this, and that's where I think early on in this life cycle, it's better to be an overcorrect than anything, because unless say you overcorrect that, nobody's going to be mad that they've got to go try out now another new gun and get another new experience with it. And like eventually if you turn that back up, like, okay, that like maybe you overcorrect for it. And then, that's how I kind of see it, especially as somebody who plays it a whole lot. But that might not resonate with how the majority of people are playing it. They might just be, and this is what I see too, again, what I said too, is like people are just getting the DMR unlocked. They haven't even gotten to use it yet. So it's like, there's so many different ranges of where players are at. And I think more people are casual than they are playing it every day like me.